Okay, so I pulled some problems from IXL, some that I saw were being missed, and this is BB.5, and so you are graphing using the vertex form of a quadratic. All right, so remember, vertex form is f of x is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. All right, so that's vertex form of a quadratic. And to find the vertex, you're just identifying h and k. So hk is your vertex. Remember that it's the opposite sign of whatever h is. So if h is -2, then you're going to put a +2 right here. When I was looking at your graphs, it looks like your vertex was in the right place, but you were asking about how do you find another point to use to graph the quadratic. So depending on what your vertex is, that's going to depend on what x value you're going to plug in to find another point on your quadratic. So for example, like this one right here, your vertex is located at -5 and -2. Okay, so you have an x value of -5. So if you just kind of, if you roughly sketch that, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's -5, -2, you'd have something like that, right? And look at A. Your A value is negative, which means that your quadratic is going to open it down, right? So it's going to do something like that. So to figure out another point on the graph, we're going to work around this x value of -5, right? So typically, like what we'll do is we'll either go to like the next bigger x value actually, or the next smaller x value. So like a -4 or -6, we try something like that. If that doesn't give us a nice whole number, or even like a, maybe like 2.5 or something like that, then we'll go to another x value and we'll try that. Okay, but it's kind of a guess and check a little bit, but you're using an educated guess because you're basing it off of, like, you're starting from where your vertex is. Okay, so like let's try -4. Okay, so let's do I'm going to plug in f of -4, and I'm going to plug that into the quadratic. So I've got -4 plus 5 squared and then -2. So -4 plus 5 is 1. 1 squared is still 1. And 1 times -2/3 is -2/3, and then -2. So that gives us -2 2/3. I'm not sure off the top of my head if IXL is going to let you graph that. My guess is probably not. So let's try something else. So why don't we try -3? Let's try something else. So, oops, let's do f of -3. So that's going to be -2/3 times, and then we're going to have -3 plus 5 squared -2. So this is -3 plus 5 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So that's going to be 4 times -2/3. So -2/3 times 4 over 1. So that's -8/3. I mean, again, we're getting something like ugly. So this would be negative, what, 2 2/3? Is that right? -2 2/3. So -2 2/3 minus 2 would be -4 2/3. So again, another kind of ugly number. What if we try, what if we try 0? 0, that would be what, 25, and 25 times, I don't know if that one's gonna work. Let me try -2. So f of -2, -2/3 times -2 plus 5 squared minus 2. So this would be, oh, I think this is gonna work nicely. So that's gonna be 3. 3 squared is 9. 3 squared is 9. So now I've got to do 9 times 2/3, negative 2/3. So times 9 over 1. So this is going to give us negative 18 over 3, which equals negative 6. So we have negative 6 minus 2. Negative 6 minus 2 is negative 8. I would try that. So you've got an ordered pair of negative 2 and negative 8. And I would use that to get the other point on your quadratic. So that one would be, you know, somewhere around in here. And then IXL is going to automatically graph the symmetrical point for you on that quadratic. This was another one right here. Another one that was a you know, frequently missed problem. So I can go over this one with you, just to give you another little thing to help you. So again, the vertex is where we're going to start. So the opposite sign of H. So if this is a positive 1, then my X value is going to be negative 1 and a positive 4. If I sketch that, I just like to sketch it just to give me kind of an idea of what, it gives me a visual of what I'm doing. So negative 1 and then positive 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's the vertex of my quadratic. My A value is positive, so it's going to open up. So it's going to do something like this, okay? So if my vertex X value is negative 1, then I'm going to try values that are on either side of negative 1. So like 0 or maybe negative 2. Now, I don't know about you, but I like using the 0. So that's where I'm going to start. So I'm going to do f of 0. So 1/3 times 0 plus 1 squared and then plus 4. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 squared is 1. 1 times 1/3 is 1/3. And then plus 4. So that's 4 1/3. I don't think they're going to let you graph that. So we'll pick something else, right? So let's try positive 1. Let's see what happens if we use positive 1. So 1/3 times 1 plus 1 squared and then plus 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 squared is 4. 4 times 1/3 is 4 1/3 plus, I'm sorry, 4/4 plus 4 plus 4. So this is 1 1/3 plus 4, which would give us 5 1/3. Again, not going to help us a whole lot. Maybe we try 2. Let's give 2 a try. Let's see what happens if we do 2. So f of 2 is equal to 1/3 times 2 plus 1 squared and then plus 4. So 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 1/3. So 1/3 times 9 is going to give you 9 over 3. So that's 3. And 3 plus 4 is 7. So you have the ordered pair 2, 7. So I'd give that a try right there. Okay. I hope that helps. If you need some more assistance, just give me an email. Let me know.